This is Mike Duraco reporting from Florida Field, where the orange team just beat the blue team 31-21 in the orange and blue spring game. And there were a lot of guys to talk about in today's game. Starting offensively, Johnny Brantley, the quarterback out of Ocala, had a great day today. I think threw for one touchdown pass, ran for two others. He also looked really, really good managing the offense, which was the main objective that Urban Meyer wanted to see accomplished out of Brantley this season, this spring. Most of his passes were on the money. He done a couple of deep balls down the sideline to Frankie Hammond, who was another standout offensively today. The Florida Gators desperately need a playmaker to emerge at wide receiver, and Frankie seemed to at least answer that bell today in the spring game. Deontay Thompson had a few catches, but a lot of offensive playmakers weren't on the field because of injuries or just rest. Chris Rainey ran the ball pretty well at running back, but he was the only running back on the starting unit or the first, second team unit to get any work. Aaron Hernandez, the tight end, didn't play. Several of the backup tight ends were injured, so we weren't able to see any of those players or the under center package the Gators had worked on in the spring. They run that with a tight end, so without having any tight ends available, they weren't able to do that. Another standout for the Gators today was center Sam Roby, a redshirt freshman. He got a lot of playing time in the spring because of injuries to Marquise and Mike Pouncey. The coaches liked him so much that they're considering starting him at center in the fall, which would allow Marquise Pouncey to play left guard, Mike Pouncey to play right guard, and the tackles would be Carl Johnson at left tackle and Marcus Gilbert at right tackle. Defensively, it was an interesting day because none of the defensive starters played. One guy to keep your eye on, John Bostic, the linebacker. He's the one who tipped Tebow's pass. That resulted in an interception by Dorian Monroe, and it was good to see Dorian out there. He's the guy who was slated to start at safety last year and then suffered a torn ACL a month before fall practice began and was lost for the season. Caleb Sturgis had a couple of long field goals. And a guy named Tim Tebow played a little bit too. He led the first team to a touchdown on their first drive. Also threw the interception. It was a tip ball, like I said, that Dorian Monroe handled and took back. But it was all in all a good day. Nobody got injured. The Gators got to look at some young players. And now they begin the off-season work, which Urban Meyer promised would be the hardest they've ever encountered. Reporting from Florida Field, from Jacksonville.com and the Florida Times-Union, Mike Duraco.